Now then, how are you doing? When I was about 13 years old, I was seeing a neighborhood girl called Sinead, and one day she took me home to meet her family, and her dad was an Elvis fan, and he happened to have this fantastic box set of Elvis records. Now, at the time, I'd been an Elvis fan for a few years, but I didn't really know anything other than Elvis's 40 Greatest Hits, which I had on blank cassettes, which I'd recorded from my friends' LPs. So my girlfriend's father's box set had a lot more than 40 songs on it, so I got to hear some new Elvis music. And a couple of the songs I remember hearing for the first time were Bossa Nova Baby and Such a Night. And I remember thinking, how could music sound so good? Anyway, because I liked Elvis, then Sinead's father, he took a liking to me. And so every time I would go around to the house, he would insist on playing the Elvis records for me. And of course I didn't mind that. And one day I went round to see Sinead, and she came to the door and she said, sorry, I don't want to see you anymore. And I said, well, why not? And she said, because you're more interested in my dad and his records than you are with me. And I couldn't persuade her otherwise. I was reminded of that story because her father's Elvis box set was a mail order set, and today I'm going to be talking about and showing you an Elvis mail order CD box set, which was released quite some time ago now here in Japan. And here is the box itself. As you can see, it's quite a big, bulky thing. It's the same size as an LP, and it's got about three inches of width to it. Now, one of the problems with this set is, like the old gatefold LPs, on the inside it tends to get very discolored, shall we say. But this one happens to be really clean on the inside.
Don't drop it.
This one happens to be very clean on the inside. And on the right side there, you can see there is a rack for the CDs, a black cardboard rack that sits in there. On the back side, you can see the back side is covered completely with song titles. So this is a 10 CD set. And if you look in the bottom right corner, at the bottom, you can see it's a BMG release. And on the left side, you can see it says K2. K2 is mastering technology. Where's the box? Ah, here it is. That was a man who came to the door to sell bread. I told him I wasn't interested. Anyway, so what is this box? It's called the Complete Singles Collection. And this 10 CD set also comes with 2 booklets, one of which is absolutely superb. I'll show you that later on. Okay, so let's take a look at the CDs. These songs are in chronological order, starting with the first song Elvis recorded in 1953, which is My Happiness. And it also contains the second record he did privately, and then it goes through the Sun singles and into the RCA singles, the first RCA singles. So it's following the American discography basically. And on the inside, in the insert there, you can see it has the labels and a couple of picture sleeves from the early singles. The second one goes from August 1956 to July 1959. Tracks on the back there. And by this time, Elvis's singles are being released in picture sleeves as standard. Third CD is 1960 to 1963, and you can see that the pictures are relevant to the period of each CD. And by this point, everything is being released on picture sleeve, at least in America. Also in Japan as well by that time. The next one is February 64 to December 65. Here are the songs. More picture sleeves. Now in 1985, I think, there was a LP box set released here in Japan called the Complete Singles, but because of the time limitations of records, it only contained the A-sides, but this particular CD set contains A-sides and B-sides. Next one, February 1966 onwards to March 1968. There are the tracks. Picture sleeves. The inserts are 4 pages, but the inner 2 pages are both blank. March 68 to January 1970. Picture sleeves again. This is disc number 6. Disc number 7 is April 70 to April 72. Great photos there, and some more American picture sleeve designs. And the next disc is until June 1977. Tracks here. So that takes us all the way up to the last single released during Elvis's lifetime, Way Down. But we've still got 2 CDs left, so what is on those? Disc 9 is called Young and Beautiful. And this is made up of singles which appeared on Japanese singles and EPs. So take a good look at the titles here. And you can also see here the picture sleeve designs for these particular songs as they were released in Japan. Some of those are quite rare actually. And so that still leaves 1 disc, and the last disc is called Elvis After the Day. So what does that mean? Well, it means after the day Elvis died. So this CD contains songs released on singles from November 1977 to June 1985. So have a look at the track listing there, and this contains some fairly rare songs you don't normally find on CD. There's other designs in there. So for example, it has some tracks from the I Was the One album, which I don't think has been released on CD. Alright, so how did you buy this set back in the day? Well, I've got a couple of catalogues here. This one here is BMG Music Navigation, and basically just gives you, well, that's the front page of the catalogue. The second page is details about this collection, this CD collection, and on the third page, I think these pages were just cut from an actual catalogue. And on this page here, page 3, you have all the tracks. And at the bottom it tells you, the red part here, it tells you how to apply for the box set, and you could order it by telephone, fax, or by postcard. And this is another promotional leaflet or pamphlet for the set, 4 pages. Some information in there, and the track listings, and biographical information, and some information about Elvis's gold records and record sales at the back. So at the time this was released, it cost 27,300 yen, which is about $260 in today's money. It was released in 1999. There we go. So I mentioned the booklets which came with this set, and I'll just show you those before we finish. So here's the first one. This is almost as big as the box, nearly as big as an LP record. Nearly 100 pages in here. The main point of interest for English speakers is the lyrics. There are lyrics to all the songs, and at the back it actually lists Elvis's gold and platinum records as of July 1999, singles, EPs and albums. It's all in Japanese though. And it also has a list of Elvis's Grammy nominations as of 1999. Grammy, the songs which won Grammy Awards and ones which were nominated for Grammys. And this is information which is fairly easy to understand. Billboard singles history. So it just gives you the positions, chart positions for each of Elvis's records, and it's all in English as well as Japanese. So a lot of information in there, but that's not the better of the two booklets. The really great booklet that you get with this one is called the Japanese Single Cover Collection, and this is exactly what it says. You open up the booklet and it has color pictures of pretty much all of Elvis's singles released in Japan. Going right from the first one, an EP released at the end of 1955, and it continues right through until, I guess, Way Down. Yeah, Way Down is the last one. So they're all here in chronological order, right from 1955 to 1977. There it is. So that set was available only by mail order, and you can still buy some Elvis CD sets by mail order. There was one which came out, I guess, 3 or 4 years ago, and another one which came out about 5 or 6 years ago. I've got both of those, so I'll show those in a future video as well. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Take care.